Wake up, everybody. It's your girl, Sofia, aka Sophie, back here on Sofia's Football Talk for a short but sweet little transfer news talks, as we're, of course, fifth day into the January transfer window, the year of 2024. There's always been some interesting transfer business or talks happening amongst the scene. So let's make sure that we, of course, address those, talk about it. Before we do, make sure that you, of course, give this video here a big thumbs up, as well as subscribing to the channel. We've grown a little bit more now the last few week and a half, but we can get even better. We're still on the road to 3K subscribers, so let's make that happen, shall we? All right, so first news up is breaking. Anthony Martial to Fenerbahce. Fenerbahce has made a £7 million bid to Manchester United to sign Anthony Martial right now. Will he be able to go? Maybe. I mean, I remember when we heard he was linked with them already back in August. Potentially, you could see a move actually happen now. We have seen him for a few weeks due to an illness, but is he really ill? Let's be honest. We're trying to wait for bids. He's going to be going. I hope he'll be going this January, to be honest. It's been many years, 9 years, I believe, at this point now? We got to move on. It's been too long. His contract is about to expire this summer in June, I believe. So not that many, much time yet left, to be honest. So a move for Anthony Martial in the January could well be a possibility, shall we say. And I think it could be a good move. You already see Fenerbahce, who got Fred earlier on, of course, last season. I believe he's injured as of now, but we all know, like, the Turkish fan base, like, they rep, they hella passionate. When they support, they support. So I think it can be a good move for him because, there's no future here at Manchester United. Let's keep it 100. Next up, we have Jadon Sancho to Borussia Dortmund for return back to the Germans, exclusive by Time Sport. Dortmund and Manchester United have reached an agreement in principle for loan of Jadon Sancho until the end of the season. However, the two clubs have agreed on the broad outlines. There are still some important details to be resolved. Manchester United also, they haven't really allowed Borussia Dortmund to have an option to buy Jadon Sancho as part of the loan deal. This detail was particularly important for Manchester United, been reported by Bild. I believe this is more so due to the fact that, Ten Hag, obviously, the whole situation with him and Jadon Sancho hasn't been resolved. Last time we saw Jadon Sancho in a Manchester United shirt playing on the pitch, August. Guys, it's about to be, I think we're past like 5 months now into that. So I think a loan move for Jadon Sancho will be a smart option. But also, if we do, not if, probably when we do get a new manager, whether it not it be now or we wait until the end of the season, it'll be a smart move to wait and assess. Because what if Jadon Sancho ends up ripping it up, does wonderful, incredibly well at Dortmund, and then Man United, maybe with the new manager coming in, wants to actually work with Jadon Sancho. So I think it would be a smart move to wait. I believe Jadon Sancho was scheduled to have like a private plane fly over to Germany, but that was canceled a couple of hours ago. But regardless, the recent news with Man United and Dortmund have reached an agreement is still pretty much valid. So we're just waiting for all the final details to be resolved. We'll hear it very soon. And hey, you know what? I think it can be a good move. Like, play somewhere else, see how it goes, and worst case scenario, you sell them, you get some type of money. We ain't getting that £75 million that we bought him for. That's not happening, but another chance? I don't know. Next up, we have unrelated Manchester United news. This one, I ain't gonna lie, shocked me earlier today. Dier to Bayern Munich, huh? Fabrizio Romano came out with this news a couple of hours ago. Eric Dier, one of the options now being considered by Bayern as new center back after deal discussed already last summer. Tottenham open to let him leave as soon as they sign new center back. Bayern will decide in the next few days who's the player they want. And it looks to be that can potentially be Eric Dier. How do you go from not really just, in a way, being very much exiled by Spurs? You play here a couple of games here and there due to injuries. It's kind of like the way with Harry Maguire in a way for Man United. Wanted to, the manager didn't want you here, but okay, you've been playing because there's been injuries. But although with Harry Maguire, he's actually been playing well, on the other side for Eric Dier, still, there's not really a lot of people that still are convinced that he's good enough. And I get it. He's past his days. But imagine you're being for Spurs, okay, and then then your next move is actually a better move, a much better move to go for an even bigger club, such as Bayern Munich. That to me is mad. That's what I'm then trying to kind of question Thomas Tuchel's talent ID, in my opinion. Then I'm like, you know what? I'm not sure about that, Tommy T. I'm not so sure. This is mad. But this does tie into, because once again, back to whether or not this actually happens would be due to the fact of Spurs getting a new center back themselves. Obviously, we know Mickey Van de Ven has been injured, but I believe he's back now. Slowly getting integrated. Christian Romero is going to be gone for a few weeks as well. So there is injury issues at Spurs. But they have been linked with Dragusin, okay, the Genoa center back, Dragusin, remain in talks with Genoa, who have indicating a willingness to move to Spurs. But the situation for a few hours ago has kind of been a bit complicated because Napoli is also in the equation. But right as I was about to film this, Fabrizio Romano tweeted, understand, Spurs have made new contact with Genoa for Rado Dragusin. Negotiations still ongoing and expected to continue over the weekend. Personal terms remain agreed with Spurs, so that's obviously no problem. Genoa insists on 30 million guaranteed fee. Formal official bid expected soon, so we probably will be hearing something in the next upcoming days. But I remember seeing him when, Inter played Genoa recently, and he played very good in my opinion, so I haven't seen much of him. But for that particular game that I did see, he looked very well. So I've been hearing great things about him in this, the spaces. So I think this can be a very good move for Spurs indeed, and ended up also being able to get rid of a deadwood. That can be another person's problem. Bayern, obviously. So that'll be very much interesting. But the last one, though, which is obviously completely confirmed, done deal, ready, is, of course, Tajun. I might be butchering his name, but Buchanan, who joined Inter for 70 million plus add-ons from Club Rouge. He'll replace Juan Cuadrado, who's now currently injured. And I've been hearing great things about him. He's Canadian. Could it be, hopefully can be a very good, proper signing here for Inter. I'm definitely interested to see how he does. I do wonder if he's going to be playing the game this upcoming Saturday. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe it might be a bit too early. But either way, I definitely, as some of you guys know, I do, outside of Manchester United and outside of Premier League, I do also, support and have a soft spot for Inter. So it'll be very interesting to see, okay, having a much more broader look at Buchanan for sure. We're going to be on Buchanan watch 100%. But that is kind of it for today's little short but sweet transfer news. I hope that you guys liked it. Let me know if you want to see more of these type of short but sweet videos. Of course, we will do more of those live streams that we do every now and then, but I will be updating you on any more news that I hear. of course. But I want to also hear your opinions about some of the news that we talked about today. If your team is in the equation here, let me know you're happy with some of this, players that you've been linked with. If you're Inter supporter, are you happy with Buchanan to Inter? Let me know. Make sure that you, of course, give this video here a big thumbs up and also subscribe. We're still on the road to 3K subscribers, so let's make that happen. Feel free to join the FCT membership. Another way to support and help the community here on Sofia's Football Talk to grow. Link is in the description box, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Peace out. Your girl is out.